Are you interested in promoting or increasing the attendance of your truck and tractor pull event? My name is Jason Schultz, owner of the Beer Money Pulling Team, which has over 1.3 million followers across Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Our goal is to grow the sport of truck and tractor pulling and increase the awareness of the sport through our social media presence and highly engaged audience. We want to partner with you and help you grow the attendance of your event. We have a ton of promotional opportunities available and a full-time social media coordinator to make sure your investment is taken care of. For more information on promotional opportunities, give me a call, 608-604-5068. And more.
Next we got Jason Raak.
But they never did, living and blowing and limited till it broke up and it rained down. It rained down like let the water start, let it
Hello, everybody. It's Monday, April 18th. Let's go pulling. I got Kenzie in the house with me tonight. Kenzie is get away. We do this with Charles. That's down. That's left. That's right. Anyway, Kenzie's our social media manager of the Beer Money Pulling Team. So if you see stuff on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, it's because of her. It's as simple as that. She does an amazing job. So Brett Yarn in the middle. Jason Raak. Raise your hand, Jason. Raise your hand a little bit. I've been calling him Jason Raak all day on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. So Charles, as a fellow announcer, and I'm not a good announcer, Charles, but butchering somebody's name like that, it is done, correct? It can happen, right, buddy?
Every single show, every time. I'll get somebody's wrong.
Yep, fair enough. Big Rye's down there in the corner. This is Big Rye's show tonight. He lined this one all up. So that's good stuff. The beautiful Charles in the middle, Charles Poach, and Sir Paul Romack on the bottom right. So welcome, everybody. We do this every Monday night. And if you missed the live show, you can rewatch on YouTube or Facebook anytime. And Mackenzie also downloads it and uploads it. Downloads it from our software, puts it up on iTunes and Spotify. Look for Let's Grow Pulling. So, gentlemen, first of all, is there snow on the ground at your house, Jason?
There is. It's been snowing all day. It's not really sticking. It's, I don't know, 38 degrees, 37 degrees, but I'm done with the snow.
Yeah. Well, I got to find out where this Mark Zemchik lives because 8 to 12 inches, where's that at?
He's in central New York.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. That lake effect stuff?
Oh, yeah. They get pounded.
Yep. So, well, Jason, where do you live at, bud?
Zeeland, Michigan, about halfway between Zeeland and Hudsonville, Michigan. So we're straight west of Grand Rapids, right on the lake. So.
Okay. And Zeeland, Zeeland, that where Slaws are from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce and Tyler are about 2 miles up the road from us. We had a poll here called Rust and Dust. I think, Charles, you announced that last year.
Yeah.
That's right up the road from us as well. So we kind of got a little mini mod hut around here. Todd Boltman is around here. Art Mendez. There's a little pot of mini mods around here.
Do you ever just go to Bruce's house and just watch?
No. I get a little nervous about that. I thought about telling Tyler to come on down tonight, but I didn't get around to it.
He's probably listening. Tyler, if you're listening, go over there. Rock's got cold beer.
I didn't know if you guys had enough time tonight for that.
If you're on Snapchat and you don't follow Tyler Slaw, you need to do that. He had a video of his dad pedaling the bike down with a 12 gauge down the driveway out to get some varmints, and I just every time.
And it's the farmer Bruce voice that he has that it just makes it everything.
Yeah, because
yes,
real Farmer Bruce out here checking the cows, and just it's very, very funny, very, very funny. So it's awesome. Well, Ryan, this is your interview, buddy. I mean, Jason's our friend. We love that little V-twin 1066 sitting behind him. I got all of my pictures queued up. You just tell me what to do, and you and Jason rock and roll, and the rest of us will talk when we want. So, right, Kenzie?
Rock.
What's
Good
up,
to have
man?
West Michigan in the house.
Yeah, back to your roots.
Back to the roots.
It's a mitten takeover tonight.
Huh?
It's a mitten takeover tonight.
That's right. That's right. Well, let's call it the Lake Effect takeover because Draught's coming on here soon too.
Yeah.
So, all right, Rock, tell us how you got started. Tell us about you.
So probably my upbringing was a little bit different than some of the other guys you've had on here. My childhood was up in the stands, not necessarily out in the pits. My dad built a single engine modified late 70s. There it is, called Country Boys Delight. Him and my grandpa and some of his buddies. I don't know what they started with, but they ended up with a supercharged 454 running alcohol on it. He got it freshened up the summer of 81. So the summer before I was born. A hook or two later blew it up and kind of decided just to get out of it at that point. So that was kind of the end of it for our family, other than going to the local polls, all over Michigan. There's quite a few NTPA Grand National hooks back then that I remember going to over here. Then in the late 90s, my dad bought a 1256 kind of just to have around the house. Do a little bit of hobby farming. Did use it for that and then kind of restored it, got it all painted up. That's it. And then probably in the early 2010s, him and my brother decided to start hooking with, at that time, it was the MTTP, Michigan Truck and Tractor Pullers Association. They put a narrow front under it. And, they hooked that for a few years. And did pretty well. I don't know if they won any championships, but we're always competitive. And then at that time, I was actually coaching basketball and had a young family. So I didn't get involved too much with them at that point, other than just supporting them, going to some polls. And then 2015, I think it was, my dad actually bought a 1066, and it was a kind of a similar story to Ryan. I don't know, I can't remember the names, but you had that Tractor Zoom article about the guy that kind of tracked down a John Deere.
Yeah, Dane Jessup's Dane's
there you go.
story.
So that 1066, my grandpa actually bought brand new. We got pictures. My grandma's got pictures of it getting delivered brand new off the trailer from the international dealership. My grandpa sold it, and my dad kind of decided he wanted to try to track it down and, kind of pieced through some different who bought it, who sold it type deal. And surprisingly not, we were up at a pull in Fremont. That was raining out, and we were sitting kind of in the little check-in booth, and guy came in to check in, and my dad kind of stopped and said, what's your name? And said, hey, did you ever own a 1066 that you bought from the city of Fremont? And the guy goes, yeah, it's actually here tonight. I'm pulling it. So that picture of that's actually my nephew that you showed a little bit ago. That was us that night. We didn't end up pulling, but we saw the tractor, and there's a couple things that my dad recognized on it that were unique to that one. And yeah, that one. So that's that night we found that tractor. And I don't think the guy was really all that interested in selling it that night, but kind of hearing what was going on with it, called my dad back a few days or weeks later and said, hey, I'm interested in selling it to you if you're interested in it. So my dad bought that one. So we pulled that kind of intermittently for a few years. Every now and then we'd hook up, load up my brother's semi and bring the 1256 and that 1066. And that's usually the one that I pulled was the 1066. And then my dad and brother would campaign the 1256. So that was always a competitive class. It was a lot of fun. There was always 15 to 20 tractors there. And everybody, any given night, would have a chance to win.
Jason, what class is it?
It's a 12,000. I think at that time it was a 12,500 pound field farm, 8 mile an hour. It was a class like Ron Brinkman would pull in, and there's a group of Eisenguss from up north, and it's kind of evolved a little bit since we got out of it, but it was always a blast, and we got to meet a lot of fun guys and still have a lot of friendships from that.
Is that like a 3LM and
that
kind of deal? Do they let you turn them up a little?
Yeah, can turn it up a little bit. 3 in, 3 out. I always laugh, field farm, not really tractors that you're going to go throw in the field and disc the next day, but definitely turn down. And I personally always like the 8 mile an hour. It adds a little bit of, analysis to it and a little bit of driving skill to it and all of that. So I learned quickly. I think my first pull in the 1066 was in Hamilton, actually the same track that we pull on now with the Garden tractors. And you're like, oh man, 8 mile an hour, I got to kind of come out of the line pretty soft. But when it's a short track like you got in Fremont as well, you got to get after it right away because that box is topping out. So there's definitely a little bit driving to it. So it made it fun.
Do they still have a rope? Or is it still a speed limit, or is it just a speed limit class?
Most nights it was a speed limit class. There was a few nights here and there where they couldn't get the scoreboard to work, so I don't think I ever pulled against the rope. Yeah, I don't think I ever pulled against a rope, or I saw that, but it was all every now and then you'd see a pace tractor.
I got to announce the rope, I think, for a couple seasons before they quit using it. Maybe I'm going to say around 2010 or something, and that was a different deal.
All right, well, since we're talking about it, and since there's a lot of people who are not from Michigan who have no friggin' idea what we're talking about, why don't you call it?
All right, basically what they had is this apparatus, 2 bike wheels, about 5 feet off the ground that ran the length of the track. And on it was 2 flags tied, I'm going to say about 30 feet apart. And you couldn't go faster than the front one, but you also couldn't fall behind the back one. And guys would try to play games with when that box was going to drop the pan on them and try to be accelerating away from the back flag, but not get past the front one as they sped up. And there was, Jason talked about driving skill and putting it in the hands of the drivers. The speed limit does a lot of that, but the speed limit is the second the horn squawks, you're gone. With this, you had some room to play games, and play they did. It was fun.
Sandbag to the front wheel or right about that back flag, and then you hammer it.
Yeah.
And it would always be
I've tried to find video. I don't have any, but there's got to be some out there of this.
Hey, Ron Brinkman, if you're watching tonight, would you do me a favor? Send me some video. I'm sure you've got video. Or Tim Wyden, any of my boys from back home.
What years would this have been, guys?
For me, it was all while I was growing up. But
it was in the 90s up through about 2010 is when they quit.
And you'd see the same thing with a pace tractor. You know, I watched that a couple of times. And it'd be kind of that same thing. And guys like Kim Wagner, man, they would play that game, and they were really good at it.
Yep,
they were good at body English too.
They were really...
Kim's still at it. He still pulls.
I remember watching them, and I remember watching the Moors.
Yep, and Jack Link is big into it and still is pulling. I think him and Kim have slowed down maybe a little bit from running the full series, but like I said, any given night back then, man, it was anybody could show up and you could either win by a couple inches or you could win by a couple feet, and it was fun.
When you go back to Jason, would you go back to that picture of the 12? I was going to ask you, Jason, does this have any Bruce Peasley parts in it?
I don't think so.
You remember Bruce, though, right?
I don't.
Bruce had an 856 and a 1256, and he was from Lake City, maybe?
Okay.
So he's right on the way up to Central, which is where I went to college. So I drove through his town a number of times, and I always thought about those tractors, and when I saw the picture of the 12, boy, it brought back memories of Peasley.
Yeah, I don't remember where my dad got it from. It didn't look anything like this. He kind of has that knack for doing that type of stuff and restoring some tractors. He's got the 10. He's got a Farmall M that my other grandpa bought had on the farm. So he's actually restoring an 806. So. Kind of just a little hobby of his.
Nice. Now, where's Dad? Dad's not in Zeeland, is he?
Dad's in Holland, so they're about 10 minutes away from us.
Yep.
So,
where are we watching here? Where's this track?
I think this is Mount Pleasant, maybe. It's either Mount Pleasant or I think it's Mount Pleasant.
Yep, there it is. Man, that's a big grandstand.
Now they have horse racing there? What's the deal?
Yeah, the pulling track is on the inside, and they still do active horse racing at that fairgrounds.
I'm just going to play some videos. You guys keep yakking.
I don't know if you can find any of that video of that rope class.
So, Jason, how did we get to the point where you tossed all the big tractors into the washing machine on hot?
Yeah, so I think it was 2017. I quit coaching basketball. We had a young family, and kind of like that following summer after our youngest was born, I kind of decided, hey, I want to run I was done coaching at that point. I wanted to run the circuit. So me and my dad at that time, my brother was kind of getting busy. He's got his own machine shop business, and he was kind of just getting too busy to get to all the pulls. So that summer, me and my dad pretty much ran the whole point series. We hit every hook. A lot of fun. I mean, we were driving all over, up to Manistee on a weeknight, Ludington on a weeknight, Mount Pleasant. That's a little haul from us. We're kind of on the south end of the circuit they run there. But we had fun. Lots of good talks, and my mom would come with, and hang out in the truck and the trip and all that. It was a good time. The previous summer, my brother was also my nephew. I don't know how old he was at that time, but my brother was building him a garden tractor, and so we got through our West Michigan puller season at that time, and I said, hey, let's go take that garden tractor and hook it out in Hamilton. So me and my nephew and my son went out there that night and had some success and had a lot of fun. And it was a few months later, I kind of said to my dad, I'm like, he had kind of was talking about just kind of getting out of it. It was a lot, driving all over, working full-time jobs, leaving work early, coming home late, all of that. And he had kind of said, hey, we might not do that next year. And we went to that garden tractor pull that night, and I had a lot of fun, and kind of said to my dad, I'm like, I'd like to build a garden tractor. It'd be kind of fun. And he said, yeah, I've been kind of thinking the same thing. And it was kind of funny how it all played out. We were kind of on the same page with what class we wanted to go into, and all the way down to what we wanted it to look like. We both kind of had in our mind, like, hey, let's make a 1066 like the one that my dad bought. And I was kind of thinking the same thing. And so kind of all just happened. So we got a late start on it. I don't think we started building it until after the farm show. So we were on like a 3-month window to get it to the first pull. Kind of bought it in pieces. I think there's a couple pictures. You can see a bare frame. Kind of pieced it together. So we did it. We got to that first pull. At that time, we still had the other tractor. So, we would take mine, and my nephew would drive the other one, and we just go kind of hit the what I would consider our home pull down in Hamilton with the Rabbit River pullers. And that year we struggled a little bit. Just new tractor, different engine. We kind of struggled with some fuel delivery, timing, I think, kind of just a mixture of things. The following
what's under the hood right now, and what class are you pulling?
It's what they would call a pro stock. So it's a pro stock at our home track. So 45 cube max, flat tappet, stock heads, stock intake. It's their highest class, but they're still limited, horsepower with some stock components. So that's where we started. And
so what's the donor motor?
What's that?
Where'd the motor come from?
Just a local guy that had one sitting around that he wasn't using anymore. So we kind of put that in there. And like I said, we didn't know what we were getting into. We were completely new to this whole garden tractor thing and the small motors. But my dad have had the modified and running all that stuff. He knows what he's doing and kind of has an idea where to go and where to chase some problems. And that's kind of what we did that first year.
So what motor? It's a 45?
45. Yep. 45 cube V twin.
So where did it come from? I mean, is that like a Kohler? Or is it?
Yep. It's a Kohler. Yep.
Okay.
I think it's like a 25 horse block, Kohler V twin block.
Okay.
Did you build that frame completely, or is that a Cub wide frame that it started with?
Yeah, it's a Cub wide frame. It's I think it's like a 582 or 682 frame.
Okay, cool.
So, sheet metal wise, the only thing stock on that from a stock tractor on that is the frame. That top nose piece on the tractor is a stock Cub Cadet nose piece. Everything else is custom built.
And those 66 style Cub nose pieces are heavy.
They are.
They're cast like the big boys.
I didn't mean to cut you off on the nose piece, Charles, but I wanted to
That's all right.
throw a couple videos there.
I think sounds good.
That sounds mean.
So that top piece is like the fiberglass, or I think it's a fiberglass piece, and the bottom is cast, and that thing is heavy, Charles. So we actually, that first year, we actually built that bottom piece. My dad's background, everything is in steel, so we built everything in steel, right? So we probably reduced some weight, but not as much. So that following winter, we just tried to lighten some things up, change some things to aluminum, all of that stuff. And yeah, kind of just since then, that following year, we still struggled a little bit. And then kind of at the end of the year, we kind of made some changes, and then the motor started to really click. And yeah, so that was, the winter of 2018, 2019 is when we did that. And then the following summer, my son started pulling. At that time, he was, 7. So him and at that time, that was that tractor, the Cub Cadet 1200 there. He would pull it in the kids class, which is a 950 pound, I think. First gear only, just trying to get kids interested. Then my nephew would hook the same tractor in the stock class with the adult. So my son kind of got the itch, which is awesome. And kind of been history since then. That following winter, after his first year pulling, we had big intentions. We were going to make, we were planning on getting 3 tractors eventually. We were going to make them all 66 series internationals. It's kind of our thought. I kind of wanted a black stripe on the trailer and mine, and then my dad kind of said, "Hey, I kind of someday would like a D21," and so we kind of started talking about that and decided, well, hey, let's kind of go with some of the old muscle tractors. So that's how we ended up with a John Deere. My son wanted a green one, and I don't know where he gets that from. I blame my in-laws.
Yep. Gotta blame somebody, Jason.
But so that following winter, after his first year, we redid that Cub 1200. It's that frame, and then I did all the sheet metal on it. That's actually a stock John Deere hood, but everything else is custom on that. So he's been pulling that. We ended up buying another Cub last winter. Haven't redone that one yet, but that's in the plans to make that a D21 for my dad.
Here's your son's video that you sent.
He does an awesome job. He's got the body leans down where he needs to, and I always think for a kid his age, or for any kid coming up, when that front end comes up, I mean, your initial instinct is kind of to react to that and take your foot off the gas, and at that point it's done. And he's kind of not afraid of that and just rolls with it, and makes it a lot of fun. So, then last winter, I started to make a few changes again on the front end. Wanted to put some fatter tires on the front, change the look a little bit. And that kind of turned into another full redesign again on the front half of that, and kind of is where the tractor is at today. And it's kind of where I had it envisioned that first year, but it took us a few years to get there.
Have you guys kept the transmissions in the transaxle in the factory spot, or did you re-drill the frame and slide it back?
So we're allowed 56 inches wheelbase, so it slid back. The front axle slid forward, just trying to maximize that.
Kind of figured it sort of looked like it.
Extended a little bit from a normal garden tractor.
Yeah. I had one. I had a 108 that had every intention of turning into something like that, but then, and this was 20 years ago, but learned a lot of those tricks, but then got married, started having kids, and yeah.
Yep. So no, we have a lot of fun. It's awesome. Like I said, I mean, me and my son we'll hit a lot of pulls together. My dad comes with us most of the time, so it's fun to hang out with my dad and my son at the same time, and tractor pull and do what we love.
So how long till we start building that nitro motor?
Yeah, as you can see, I don't have the roll cage on it yet, so I think that's got to be my first piece before I get it into any sort of nitro.
Probably true. Nah, that's cool. I'm glad that you guys do that as a family. 3 generations at work and at play.
Yep.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, and I got a younger son. He's 5 right now, and he's constantly sitting on tractors, and he's ready. His legs aren't quite long enough to get that clutch pedal. We built an extension for my son, but he still doesn't have that power to push it in and hold it in, which is the rule around here that they got to be able to handle that themselves, which I agree with. So he might be a year or 2 away from it, but he's definitely interested.
Well, I'm sure Ed Avercamp can help you, on best methods for training juniors his clutch foot.
Jason, when your son gets a little older, we want you to reenact this photo of Russell Hildenbrand
Yes.
from last week, please. So,
Well, I kind of got the beard started. Mine's
Okay.
a little bit grayer than that guy's already, but we can probably work on that.
yeah, that was still. I still giggle when I think about that interview last week. And Debbie messaged me today. She's like, "Can you have us back on?" I'm like, "Absolutely. I promise we'll have better internet." And I'm like, "No, it's great." So it's great.
So when's your first hook? You're getting antsy, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. So we're supposed to have test and tune next Thursday night. Then our first official hook, I think, is May 12th. So we run a full point series schedule in Hamilton, which is just south of Holland. We run out there every other Thursday night typically, and then we go up to Rockford. That's where some of those videos were. There's a club up there. They pull on Saturday afternoons, and their track up there and their sled is just phenomenal. It's a 300-foot long track, kind of up against the woods in the back of a cornfield, and the sled pulls like a big sled, comes off the line easy. Growls or bars to dig in at the end. So we have a lot of fun. So those are kind of our 2 main spots we hook. A couple of years ago, we went down to LaGrange, Indiana, kind of an end of season shootout with the Elkhart County Garden Tractors Club. That was a lot of fun. 2 tracks. My son got to pull. I pulled. I actually got to hook against some limited pro diesels. Like you saw, Steve Hoven has. He wasn't there, of course, and it was up in Indiana, but so it's kind of fun just to hook against some diesels and see how we stacked up. And that we were supposed to have that pull again last fall, and got rained out. So hoping to get down there again this year too.
Can you see that question, Jay?
I can see it. Nope, not planning on it. I'm not sure where that's at.
That's a California pull.
Whew, that'd be fun. I'm sure my
That'd
wife
be
would
fun, but it'd be probably kind of a long hike.
be a long hook.
From what I understand, that's one of the more unique pulls in the state of California. They pull in front of, and I'm not kidding, an actual castle. Actually, behind it. Behind it. The backdrop is an actual stone castle.
Well, maybe I just need to find somebody to drive my tractor out there, tow it out there, and I can just fly out there. That'd be a lot funner.
There you go.
Charles, will that fit in the VW thingamajiggy that you got?
I'll try to find a way to get it in there.
Yeah.
Just take out the back seat.
Yeah.
All right, Adam Wilson. If that awesome little tractor comes up missing, it's not at my house. It's not at my house. Built Diesel Mafia stole your tractor, Jason.
We have fun with it. I mean, we've heard the comments, nice looking tractor doesn't make it run better, all of that stuff. But we take we have a lot of fun. We take pride in what our stuff looks like. You know, going back to our field farm tractors, my dad always had them painted up, and just fun to wheel them off the trailer and make sure they're, you know, a good show as well for the fans.
Yeah, you do a good job with that. That tractor gets a lot of love on the internet whenever we post it.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into that thing, but it's all worth it. Kind of my pride enjoying my baby. So
there you go. That's awesome. All right, man. Well, you know the question I'm about to ask you. If you could take the keys, figuratively speaking, to anything and go pull it for a weekend, past or present, what would you choose and where would you pull it?
yeah, so I've been thinking about that because I knew it's been coming. You know, I'd love to hook Jerry Vendorpe's tractor back in the day. That was kind of the tractor in the area. I remember watching that thing growing up, and you guys probably won't appreciate this, but I'd love to hook it at Hudsonville. It's just our hometown track. They're on 2 tracks. It used to be a 2-night Grand National event here during the fair week, and just be fun to hook a tractor like that in our home track.
That's about the perfect response. Yeah. I'm you and I have talked about Jerry's tractor and what that means to me.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sitting right next to a model of it.
It was a close second between the Silver Bullet back in the day. I mean, I had that comment when Jordan commented on one of my posts in the past. I remember that thing just kind of when he came out, and that thing was just amazing. But hard to beat Jerry's tractor.
First time I ever saw that tractor was the Ionia Free Fair, and I'll bet you were there.
I probably was.
I think it was 97 or 98.
Yep.
And it was when he was in his prime, and it was when that tractor was pretty much unbeatable, and he had that textbook, bring the front end up about 18 or 20 inches and hold it there and until you can't go no more.
Yep. And that's what I remember of that, man. I mean, he would just fly out the end, and, you know, you knew if he was there, you're going to get a show, and that was always something I remembered.
Where did you find that?
Screaming Demon 2 at the Eaton County Fair. It's called YouTube. You should try it sometime. We're just type things in. It's like Google, but you can find videos.
Shut it.
Shut it. Adam Draught, don't let him talk to me that way. So. Hey, yeah.
Oh, I love this tractor.
(2012), 10 years ago. Wow.
It's kind of why, I mean, I still love watching the Deemers smoking hot deer. I think that twin stack coming out both sides, just blowing smoke is, it's awesome.
Jason, you see Lisa's comment?
It's on the screen, Big Stud.
She wants to meet you, buddy.
You know when it coughed there, it shot a bunch of smoke rings with that.
Yes. I was just going to ask that same question, Andy.
Yeah, I wondered too.
Oh, he got her lit.
Duck walking at the end.
Yep.
Another signature Screaming Demon move.
It brings back good memories.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that we can live some of those memories again. Hopefully we can get that tractor back out on the track.
Where is it now?
It is apparently out in Iowa or Missouri. I guess father and son bought it. And one farms in northern Missouri, one farms in southern Iowa. And last I heard, the plan was to run Outlaw Diesel Super with it.
How many years has it been since that thing's been on a track?
Probably
Last
4 or
time
5.
Brian Brickers drove it, 16 maybe.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably about right.
One tractor that's on the bucket list that I've always regretted never shooting. If it makes the track somewhere this year, I will not miss the opportunity again. So, all right, dude. Well, listen, we won't keep you,
Awesome.
but thank you for coming on. I've been trying to get you to do this for quite a while, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys do. It's awesome. Highlight of my week watching this.
Well, you got to set the bar higher, man.
It's good, man. Like there's just not much things out there that you can just listen to tractor pull and talk, and this is it for 2 hours, and it's awesome.
We appreciate it, Jason. Keep sending us pictures and videos. Mackenzie will share it. We'll get that little 1066 everywhere we can. Okay, buddy?
Sounds good.
Thank you
Hey,
for
good
what
luck,
you do. Have a
good
great
luck
night.
next week, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
See you, man.
Good to see ya.
Boom. This he looks better with the sound off, I think. Don't you think?
Harsh.
They got there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you'd ever shot it.
Mercer, Pennsylvania, 2016.
16. I think that's right. That was
Probably
last time I
the
rode.
last time that I think it ran.
I think so. I think you're right.
So, yeah. So he had the old high-tech redneck, which was
Yep.
the Red Power, which is now the M80 tractor of Bradish's, and the Screaming Demon. So, heck yeah. Yeah, I shot them both together in front of the semi there, and I don't think they ever ran together again. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. They might have, but
Man, it's good to see you on camera. I haven't seen you in a long time on camera.
you're probably the only one saying that. But anyway.
These guys have all been quiet, but that's their problem.
Yeah, it's been a bit, huh?
It has been. How you feeling?
Feeling great. Yeah. Last year at this time, probably wouldn't be talking to you. I just really felt horrible, and this is kind of the 1 year quote unquote anniversary of me being at the hospital, getting diagnosed and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Adam, I don't want to make you relive it, but I kind of want to tell your story.
Yeah.
For those that don't know you or follow you, or maybe they're watching, like, who's this Adam Draught guy, Mad Pulling Pics? I want to start with the beginning with how you got into pulling.
Yeah.
Tell that story, and then
Yeah.
let's talk about the journey of the last year.
So, I mean, from the tractor pull side of things, I was just always a really huge fan of truck and tractor pulling. Hamburg, New York, only a stone's throw away from where I live. Was really one of the ones we never missed. Me and my cousin went over there with the tractors and always did like the tow backs and stuff like that. So just getting to work with the guys face to face in that regard was always really cool. So just getting to be in the pits as a young kid, stuff like that, it was always just something that you never missed the third week in August at the fair, or second week into third week. So unfortunately that pull's no longer around, but I actually bought a camera, I want to say back in 2011-ish, somewhere in there, mostly just to shoot lightning photos and storm photos. Just something that I've always really been big into as far as that goes. So that was really my biggest thing. Took it to Bowling Green. I shot up from the top tier with a 55 millimeter lens. The photos were absolutely horrible, but it was still cool to do that, and just kind of evolved from there. I took it to Louisville, probably back in it had to have been 2011 in there somewhere. And I had a longer telephoto lens, got a bunch of really cool photos. And really, like I said, it just kind of evolved from there. Showed a couple photos to some people here in the Empire State, and I opened up their Facebook page for Empire State Pullers and started running some social media stuff for them and taking photos for them. And it just kind of blossomed into what it is today. Well, it was 2 years ago. Haven't really done much the past 2 years. That's going to change this year, though. So definitely going to be back out. And I don't know if 100% force, but we're definitely going to be out there supporting Empire State, mostly Empire State again this year. Sticking probably a little closer to home. I know I got a couple NTPA hooks possibly lined up, but other than that, we'll see. Possibly Norwalk. You never know. You never know where we're going to show up.
We all say that. Oh, I'm only going to go to 10 this year.
Exactly.
Running the tires off.
You get that first one, you get that adrenaline going, and then it's like crazy. Oh boy, don't get started. I retired.
You retired
Whatever.
from welding?
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't. I've seen your posts.
Yeah.
Are you planning on building more tanks and parts in the future also?
I hope so. That's the plan. Mostly it's just kind of R&R right now, just kind of resting and trying to get better. Yeah, really, it's been crazy. So, the tractor pulling side of things, that's where we were as far as the whole cancer diagnosis deal. Long story short, rolled over in bed one night and fractured my spine. Didn't really know what it was. Went to the doctors, thought I pulled a muscle in my back or something like that, and we weren't really sure. After further review, it obviously was a lot more detailed, extensive damage than that. So after some tests and going to a bunch of different specialists and stuff like that, they referred me. They said, well, your back, something's going on in your back. We don't know until we get an MRI, and did an MRI, and it revealed some not so pleasant stuff around my spine, more like masses and stuff like that. So got referred to the Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center here in Buffalo, New York. Did some more testing. They took some tissue off of my spine to test that. They pulled some bone marrow out of my hips to test that, which hurts like hell, by the way, if anybody's wondering. And came back as on June 2nd of last year was my official diagnosis of multiple myeloma, which is a blood cancer, kind of like leukemia, where unlike leukemia, where I'm kind of sure where it attacks your white blood cells or red blood cells, it attacks your plasma cells. So it takes something good that your body makes to stay healthy, and it overproduces it. Well, when it overproduces it, it has nowhere to go, so it attaches to this cancer attaches to your bones, and it leaches nutrients out of your bones, in return weakening them, causing not so good things. That's the long and short of it. That photo was taken October 14th. That was my release day from prison, aka 5 West, in Roswell Park. So if you see my shirt, I'm not here for a long time, I'm here for a good time. I definitely kept the nurses on their toes, and that's why that was the reason behind that shirt.
That's a great George Strait song.
Yep. I'll credit Irv Clark with that one, because he used to have that in his hauler. So I was sitting there, I had a lot of time to think. So I was like, Missy, get me a shirt that says this. I want to have that. So she had one of the teachers at work make that up for me. So that was really awesome. They all laughed pretty good with that. Yeah, that's pretty much the term.
Agreed.
Around.
Cheers. I'll drink to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this photo was actually when I was in the hospital getting my stem cells harvest. So I had a stem cell transplant on October 2nd. So what they do is they make your body produce all these stem cells. They hook you up to this machine, kind of like a dialysis machine, and it filters all your stem cells out. So then when they put you into the hospital, they gave you this huge dose of chemotherapy that totally wipes your immune system completely out. And that stuff's nasty. So then the very next day after that, they give you back those stem cells that they took out of you about a month later, or a month earlier. So what they do is they actually put them into liquid nitrogen and keep them frozen, and then they give them back. So I got enough for 5 stem cell transplants if we need them, which hopefully we don't. And the first one worked wonders. A testament to the nurses, doctors, and everybody at Roswell Park. Really. Yeah, it's been a hell of a road.
So when they give you
I'm just glad to be sitting here, man. I'm just kind of taking it all in,
So when they gave you the chemo that wiped everything out, so that they could basically did a hard reset on your body without killing you.
Absolutely.
So when they did that, you basically you had the immune system of a newborn, right?
Yep. Yeah. For about 6 days, I had no immune system. It came back gradually. So the chemo, it, like your normal immune system numbers are 4, 5, 6, whatever. So it would bring it down, brought it all the way down to 0. Once you hit 0, then it's hopefully starts coming back. And in my case, it did. The one downfall with that is it'll never come back 100%. So when you hear the term immunocompromised, that's why, because your immune system will never be as strong as it was pre chemo. So that's one of the reasons. I mean, really everywhere I went, I had to wear a mask, and minus all that other crap that was going on, I had to do it because really the common cold would have killed me at that time. So yeah, I actually just got my first round of baby vaccinations on March 29th. So I finally got 6 of my vaccinations back. Now I go again in May to get a couple more, and it just keeps kind of progressing, same as a newborn would get. So yeah, I'm officially a little more than 6 months old, believe it or not, and I have facial hair.
That's impressive.
Not as much as Ryan though. I got to start building it up a little bit so I can help the charity raise some money at the next Gordy one, or wherever it's going to be next year.
Awesome. You can slide in for next year. I want a year off.
I actually don't mind being bald. Like, that was one of the things. I did lose all my hair and facial hair, everything. I mean, I had no hair anywhere, and it actually wasn't that bad. So I've been there. So it's like, we can go back there if we need to, you know. For you, I mean, it's probably a little different because you're not used to it. So the weird thing is it came back different colors, which is kind of strange. Came back super dark, and then it's starting to lighten up a bunch. So still patchy though. So yeah, one of these days we'll grow.
Put some Miracle Grow on it.
Yeah,
it'll
right.
Work.
Well, we're hoping this would work, but it isn't.
Hey, what are you sipping on tonight?
Woodford Double Oaked, single
Nice.
barrel. Single barrel though, store pick.
Here, I got to show that I cracked this
What's up,
just for
Wyatt?
you.
Oh, Bardstown 6,
7.
5, 7. How the heck did you get 7 out there already?
I know people.
You know, Lisa,
People too.
you know,
I
Lisa
didn't
paid 'em.
nothing.
Call Lisa.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about the same people.
Yeah, we are talking about the same people.
Yeah.
No,
That's
this
awesome.
this was a late birthday present. So
That's awesome.
And I just cracked it tonight, and it lives up to the hype. It's real good. It's really good.
I think 6 just got released around here. So,
well, and we can't get it at all out here. So Lisa was kind enough to bring me a bottle.
awesome.
But we were talking fundraising,
Yes.
and I know you've got a charitable heart, and I know that last year you just put up a sign-up form and said, "Me and my brother are riding for Roswell. Hook us up."
It wasn't even
And-
me. It was just my brother.
Was it?
I couldn't ride last year.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
And you said, "Help! We want to raise money
Yeah.
for Roswell," and the people helped.
Oh, they helped in a huge way. It was what's up, Lance and April? Good to see you guys. Hopefully we'll see you on this side of the state here sometime soon. And good luck at the Pullers Championship as well. Great to see them guys get in there. That's super cool. Very well deserving. I mean, probably not taking away from anybody, but that's probably one of the coolest looking tractors out there currently. So
Awful pretty.
you don't have to hashtag that or quote it, Adam. It is.
yeah.
It's pretty common.
So I went to one pull last year, started to talk about fundraising. You get off on a tangent about tractor pulling, it just keeps going.
It
I went to
happens.
one pull last year, Alexander, New York, and they rolled in with that, and that was the debut of the Fent, and yeah, getting to see that thing was just awesome. I mean,
That was what got you out of bed to do it too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Then you just
Yeah.
had a shot.
Yeah, so I was getting my full chemo doses so I got a chemo shot that Friday. So we left the poll, went to do that, came back. Yeah. So that was actually at that pole. And then, yeah, it was crazy. So I was super, super tired. And that got me out of bed pretty quick. Definitely worth it, though. That one pole you go to a year, if it was the only one I went to, which it was, well worth it. Thanks to Lance and April. and all the pullers too. They were so they were so happy to see me around because they knew what was going on, and we kind of had to stay away from a lot of the crowds and stuff like that. But they definitely made me feel real welcome. Definitely can't wait to get back out there again this year. You know, our hometown pullers and everybody else that donated last year, we can't thank everybody enough for everything that they did for number one for me, but for the Roswell Park Cancer Institute that helped me out. I think last year we raised over $35,000. So
what are we going to do to top it this year? Tell us what you did.
I think we're working on it.
I think we are too. Tell us what you did.
So I made these signs. I'm building a bar. I want to build a bar down in my basement.
And they bring me Alice Chalmers. Yes.
I want to build a bar down in my basement for all my stuff. So I talked to my local water jet guy, and was going to hang these up in the bar area eventually whenever it got done. And well, then I start to thinking, and I'm like, I wonder if we can auction these off somehow.
Jason, put Adam full size.
Nobody puts baby in the corner. Okay. Just going to say.
So, I don't know, where's the other one? Can we get both of them there? I don't know. Yeah. So there's two of it's kind of backwards. But there's the Alice Chalmers sign that I had made up. So it's all water jetted. It's made on a 100 thou aluminum. So I just put all the graining into it with a Scotch-Brite flap wheel. And then I painted it up with anodized spray paint, the Duplicolor, little plug for them. And like I said, I was going to hang them in the bar downstairs whenever that got done in the next century, whichever. And I got to thinking, I was like, I wonder if we can auction these off to help raise some money for Roswell Park and the Ride for Roswell that we're doing this year. Because this year I am riding and partaking in the ride. So we're going to do the 20-mile ride this year. So I just got thinking, and I was on JR's show last week with Eastern Extreme Pulling, and we got chatting about that and just some other things, and reached out to Ryan this week, and I said, I want to make this bigger than what I think I can make it. I need your help. Really, that was I'm like, I just need your help. I don't care if it's just sharing. I don't care if it's whatever the extent that you can help me out, please do. So here we are. A couple of these signs have raised quite the amount already. We're going to have to make, after this, we're going to have to make some Massey Ferguson ones, some Fent ones, some Moline.
Yep.
Probably an Oliver.
Yeah. Oliver. Yeah, I already got an Oliver one in the works. My water jet guy already has that one. So that one will be there. Yeah, it's really just blossomed into something more than I ever would have expected. And not that I should say I ever would have expected, because that's the pulling community. If you go to Gordyville and Bowling Green with Make-A-Wish and Don Slama's pull and Hillsboro, the fundraising and the charity work that these guys do, you you look at what the late Larry Kester did in Bowling Green, and I was down there taking photos with him for so many years, and it just, I don't know. There was something about it. It's like, if I can get a tenth of what the energy that guy had to do something like this, hopefully we can do it. So we're getting there.
So where's the bidding right now?
Jason could probably get it. I think that's at 400 for the Alice, or 425 for the Alice Chalmers one.
Paul, if I buy this for you, will you put this behind you in your shop, buddy?
Did you really have to ask me that question?
I'm going to throw $1,000 on it right now, Adam.
Seriously?
Yeah. Beer Money Pulling Team, we love you, Adam. So,
I love you guys too.
on the AC. That's for you, Paul Romack.
All right, type it
That
in.
is badass.
Type it in right now.
I did. I think.
Oh, you did? Oh, there you go.
I forgot the dollar sign, though. Adam, is it going to be okay, or
We'll accept it.
we'll accept it?
The jury said okay.
The jury said okay.
Yeah. So actually, these are how, I don't know if you can.
Yeah, give me.
Thank
you,
Jason. By the way, we
me make it
definitely
big
appreciate
again.
it. So this is kind of how they are on the back. There's a hole on there, about 3/8, 5/16 hole in there somewhere, and you just hanging on the wall. Everyone's a little bit different, depending on the size of the signs and stuff like that. Just so it hangs, in the middle a little bit better. I know this is probably one of Ryan's favorites, the New Holland one. He saw that the other day.
Cool.
Like, oh my God.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Isn't that sweet?
You move it around and you can see how it kind of changes.
Take a photo.
So yeah, it's up close. These things are.
Adam,
I'm proud of them.
Adam, hold that John Deere one up, please.
Which one?
I don't.
That
care.
one.
Hold on.
Or yeah, there you go.
I'll just get out of the way. So this one, I just did it so it looked like it was done like on a surface grinder or a milling machine. Just made it so it looked like that, and then the deer, I just did with a little 2-inch cookie wheel to kind of go around and kind of give it some a little bit of a texture and stuff like that. So yeah, kind of cool, when you see them.
It's
Kind of cool.
beyond cool.
Yeah.
That is so far beyond.
So this
kinda
one's
cool.
actually the cutout of the other one. So I was explaining that to Ryan the other day. I was like, what the heck am I going to do with a cutout? So I actually just kind of, was it this corner? Like I built that up with a little bit of weld here and just kind of closed it off and kind of made it. So I got two for one out of it. So yeah, it definitely worked out pretty darn cool. Thanks, Jason. I definitely appreciate it. It was cool watching your interview today. It was really cool to see.
So the deal is, everybody, you go to Mad About Cancer.
Yeah, so you go to the Mad About Cancer Facebook page.
I'm putting that in the links right now for all of you that can't spell.
If you
Click
can
on
like it, great. We would definitely appreciate it. We're going to be doing some other things here down the road. The ride isn't until June 25th, so we have a ton of time to just to keep going and building up as much as we can. And like we tell people, if you can give $5-10, that's really all we're looking for. It's because you just don't know what your funding is going to go towards. All the money for the Ride for Roswell that we're raising goes towards research and for new immunotherapies and new treatments, such as what I was on. They got me from diagnosis to remission in under 6 months, which 10 years ago, I would not be sitting here a year later. So that's huge. That's what a lot of this money goes to. So we definitely I was talking to Justin Stuckensnyder, and I just felt led to do this. I just, after seeing a lot of the stuff that he did at Gordyville, and I just like, there's, I don't know. I just had these sitting there. I was like, we got to do something with them. So, like I said, I came to Ryan for a little bit of help, and here we are. So, I know you guys probably aren't Bills fans. You're all up in Wisconsin and stuff, but there's a Bills logo that I made as well. We're gonna be auctioning that off more locally. I got a couple radio stations and TV stations here that I'm gonna try and target to Jason. You've been out there.
No, Geezy's on the international one. Geezy just threw 1,100 on the international one. I put $1,000 in on the Alice Chalmer one for Paul.
Unbelievable.
Geezy, I can tell you that you're gonna have your hands full.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a lot more than any of us expected, and that's kind of, you just don't know.
Geezy said he's on both.
Yeah. When you bring an idea like this to somebody and you just don't know, once you put two heads or 3 or 4, and it keeps building and just keeps blossoming, so it's definitely really cool to see the polling community help out. And
Geezy, you turd.
My thing is, I can't wait to come out and see everybody again and just say thanks to everybody. There's so many people. Travis, you can still get in on it, buddy.
That's clever.
Hey, Geezy, Schlaubaugh has diesel super money. We just have 4-1 money. It's a different zip code, buddy.
Or he doesn't. He's got to buy more turbos than you, so you might have more.
Yeah, they don't offer quantity discounts generally.
Geezy's got money. He likes that. I know Geezy. I've been by the ranch, so it's all good. So
Boots, just throw in a bid for 1566. That'll that keeps it within the family.
There you go.
And you can always bump it up to 4166.
He better be.
He
better be big. 14.
Yeah,
They did make a small run of 7488s.
that's true.
Was that the 2+2?
Yeah,
The Snoopies.
The
Snoopy
Andy.
tractors.
Yeah, right.
and
No,
there were test 7788s.
Adam, you talked about
86.
Adam,
Correct.
you talked about the polling community, and every year, unfortunately, we have a cause for to do something special at the Midwest Winter Nationals, or to do this for you. And you never, I don't know. I've known you for a long time. I remember when I met you in 12 or 13, at Cloverdale. I'm like, you had your shirt on at Cloverdale or something like that. And I walked up and talked to you. I'm like, oh, I'm getting this Facebook page called the Beer Money Pulling Team going. You're like, oh yeah, I got mad pulling pics, and we shared each other's stuff. And that's back. Remember when we could get 50,000 likes in a month?
It was crazy.
It was wild. You and I used to message each other and call each other.
It was insane. And then yours took off, mine took off, and then we met in the middle here and there, and then it just kept blossoming,
Yep.
It just it's incredible. Social media, there's so much bad on social media, but then there's so much good as well.
Yeah. Just like anything.
Yeah.
Just like anything.
And it's kind of cool to see and to be on the other side of things and trying to do something good for people, because you're not only helping, you're helping me, but you're also helping hundreds, thousands of other people.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. If I can donate a sign here and it makes, somebody looks up at it every once in a while, and it puts a smile on their face because they did something good, and then it was worth it.
Yep.
So
everybody, if you want to bid on one of Adam's creations here, go to Mad About Cancer.
Yeah.
And then if you can't find it, message me on Facebook, message any one of our hoodlums here on the right, or Mr. Adam right there in the middle, and we'll send you that page. You just go on the comments, make sure you read all of them, and then look at the highest bid and get after it. So I want to share some of the pictures again here.
That's the big thing is make sure you hit all comments on there so you can see all the comments. I know a lot of people are kind of doubling up. So then also when the bidding is done, so it's got to sit stagnant for 24 hours until with the last bid. Once it hits 24 hours after the last bid, the last bidder wins the sign. I'll get a hold of them and set up. But the payment will you can go right to the link on the page or on the sign. There's a link that'll take you right to the Roswell, our fundraising page, and you can go on there. You can pay with a credit card, and it's done. As soon as that's done, I will get your shipping information and everything else, and we'll get them out to you. I got a FedEx set up where we'll just get them right out to you. So if it's local, you can come and pick them up. I'm in Buffalo, New York. If not, we'll ship them to you.
So 24 hours without a bid, right?
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I got that idea from one of the toy tractor pulling sites that I'm on, that they do a lot of live bidding and stuff like that on there.
I tried to buy a Model A Kenworth that way, thinking Ryan Roosink knows this story. And that before I bought my W9, I thought I want a cool old truck. And boy, oh boy, that last 30 minutes got pretty wild. Tested the old Kahuchis, if you know what I'm saying. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So this will just kind of sit, and hopefully it works out. And it definitely seems to be, like I said, it's really just blown me out of the water already. While you guys were on, I actually did post the last John Deere one as well. So that one is currently up. Yeah, that one. That one's already there. So that is the very last one we're going to auction off.
What I like to see, and everybody knows this, people are tagging their buddies in them. So like,
yeah, right.
Maybe you're a big pulling fan. You know, you got a John Deere nut friend that loves to have cool stuff like this. And this is a great benefit. Go in the comments, tag them, use the @ symbol. Their name will pop up, tag it. They'll see it in their Facebook notifications, and then away we go. So
yeah, and actually the diamond plate behind there is just for show as well. So I just made that so it looked nice backdrop and everything else. So,
Adam, I've never even seen anything like this before. Did you just wake up in the middle of the night and think? I know you talked about it a little bit, but these things are amazing.
So there's a place up here called EB Ironworks, or Steel Crazy Iron Art. So they actually make steel signs. They do a bunch of stuff for a lot of the local restaurants and stuff like that around here. So I went to the guy that works there, Dennis. He's their water jet guy. And I said, can you make me some tractor? Because I couldn't do anything. So these are light enough where I could handle them and just go out in the shop and just kind of do stuff. And so I got a hold of Dennis, and he cut them out for me, and really the rest is history. Yeah, like you said, I've never seen anything like it either. So just wanted to, like I said, I was just going to hang them in my bar in my basement, and had them sitting here, and I was I think we can make something out of this. So
where's the bidding sitting at for these, Jason?
Which one do you want to know, Rusi?
Well, I just run through them all.
Okay. So the newest John Deere, he posted 44 minutes ago. I'm going to click on here. I'm going to show the whole screen. You're pretty, Adam, but not pretty enough.
That's fine.
Let's see here. Do this. Go back to share. Here we go. So I'm on Mad About Cancer. Check it out right there. This is the page we're looking for. We're going to scroll down. And then Adam was talking about most relevant. Click on all comments.
Yep.
So you can see everything. And we have Geezy. Geezy, I got to
sweep them all up.
I got to do my taxes yet, Geezy. You farmers did them a month before me. So, Geezy's in at 500, and he tagged me in it. That avoid James.
There you
Don't
go.
worry, Geezy. I'm gonna drink some whiskey and start bidding too. So I just
well, hopefully it's some barrel proof.
Yeah.
There we go.
My dad has a really neat toy collection, so I took my Holman 4-play that I got hammered at Bowling Green in 2016 and bought a Wish, and then Then at Gordyville that one year, I bought me a Full Metal jacket. All that
Yep.
alcohol influence. So that's all I'm
There
gonna
you
say.
go.
That's the best way. So
I'll even send it to you.
Yeezy's in at 500 on the deer right now. Again, this is amazing. I just love this. I'm kind of getting a little goosebumpy right now. The International's got 25 comments. Let's see here if Schlabach found it. Yep, there it is. 1566. The
Unbelievable.
Bone Twister.
Unreal.
It's so good to see the pulling community give back. I love this. So Schlabach's in the lead on that right now. Our New Holland, we got to tag Greg Yelsing in this one. There he is. Sean
You need to also tag
Forrester.
Esden Barton.
Yes, that's right. Get Danny and Esden.
No,
On the New
just
Holland?
Esden. All you got to do is Esden. He's a red tractor puller, but they farm with all blue.
They
Really?
farm blue.
Yep.
Smart.
They if Danny, I think if Danny could build a tractor, anything that he wanted, I don't know what class it would be in, but I would just about bet you it would be blue.
So Forrester's that we're bidding on this one hard,
Yeah.
and that makes sense.
So my wife actually bid on it too because she didn't want it to leave the house.
Nice.
Nice.
Careful, Coda. There we go.
Yep.
Oops, I lost there. That seat. I saw a squirrel. You guys know what happens to me sometimes. So
Squirrel.
So
We
right
have
now,
those too.
Corey Forrester's at 750.
Yeah.
Corey's
leading
not
that
going to
one.
let that go without a fight.
Probably not.
No, this is going to be. We're going to need to do daily updates on this. I'll even talk about this on the podcast tomorrow.
Awesome.
It's good. Okay, here's the first John Deere one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this probably the John Deere stuff usually goes stupid. So there's Lauren Paulson. These are the names I like to see. Shore Fighty. What's Shore Fighty doing in there? He's all right.
He farms green.
Oh,
Everybody likes the Deers.
everybody likes to do Shore Fighty 501. That's funny.
Lauren,
Paulson,
Price
yeah.
is right rules.
there you go.
Ooh,
Jeez.
there's Julia Ray. I like
Nice.
that name.
Awesome.
Right now, it is Lauren Paulson,
Lauren,
the Deer
yeah.
Commander from the Outlaws at 750.
Jeez.
This just got going, right? Oh, yeah. That was 4 hours ago.
I just posted these earlier today.
Well, and you talked about it with JR and
Kendra.
Kendra, yeah.
Yeah, so we talked about it a little bit last week, and we said, "Oh, we're gonna do them here eventually." And then we got thinking about it, like, "Well, we did just talk about them, so why don't we do it?" Enough talking about it. Let's go.
Geezy's
then
got
we're-
me by $100, and Geezy, this ain't over. Just a little heads up.
Hey, has Medding gotten in on any of this yet?
No,
I didn't see anything.
I'll tag
Oh,
him.
we're going to have to kick him in the butt.
I think Ryan tagged a bunch of people in one of them. I don't remember which one. You can tag them in both the John Deere ones.
But like you said, a lot of people don't even know about this yet, Adam. You know what I mean? How to do it.
Exactly. I mean, our page, so the Mad About Cancer page has only been up since the end of January.
You've had 5 new followers since you started the show tonight with us. So that's a
Awesome.
good sign.
Well, thank you very much for following. We
it's-
definitely appreciate it.
For what you've been through, you deserve 5 million followers.
We'll get there.
And here's kind of that New Holland one is stupid.
Yeah. So we just put that's on my workbench there. I actually changed it today too, because it you can kind of see where the holes are. I actually welded a little aluminum stud in there, but when I tightened it up, it cracked a little bit, and I really wasn't happy with it. So I actually changed it, drilled it out, countersunk it, and put 1024 screws in there instead. So
I feel like that New Holland one would look good in Brad Howell's shop or Zach Howell's shop.
it looked great hanging on my wall.
Yeah, I'll bet it did.
The same reason your wife bid on it. So
You got it.
That's pretty neat, Adam.
Yeah.
You are beyond gifted.
Thank you. Well, I definitely appreciate it. I just, yeah, I figured we could do something else. Just and try and help a bunch of people out. And that was really the name of the game as far as this goes. It's, if we can do a little something to help people out, that's all that matters. Like I said, you can actually, there's the link. I don't know if you have the link on there or whatever, but
yep.
You can have the link even if you go on and put $10 in on our fundraising page. Every little bit helps. So I don't know if I definitely got the one Buffalo Bills one we're going to be doing. I don't know if I'll be doing any more signs this year, but it definitely looks like it's taken off, and I think this might become a yearly occurrence.
Hey, Jason, I'll bet the TPC logo would look pretty sweet as a sign like that.
Damn straight.
It would, right? Yeah. Yeah, we can do anything. I mean, the guy that runs a water jet there at Steel Crazy is just beyond gifted. It's amazing what that guy can do with a machine like that. So definitely cool. You just throw any idea at him, something like this, and he's just, here you go. It's like, what in the heck? Normally something like this probably would have sat underneath my workbench for a couple years. And I would, when I get around to it, I'll do it. Well, as I said, these are nice and light, about 5 pounds, if that, so I could lift it, because I can't lift over 20 pounds, doctor's orders, so for the rest of my life, unfortunately.
So I just refreshed. We got 14 more followers for Mad About Cancer. Guys,
Awesome.
It's in the link. Go to the page, click on it, like the page, follow the page, make it happen.
Yep.
Even if you can't bid, like Adam said, like if you go to church and they talk about time, talent, and treasure, if you don't got 1566 to go play bones with boots, that's fine. But you can at least share it around with your international friends and tag your buddies.
Yep.
That's what this is all about. So
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to let Geezy go to sleep, and I'm going to start messing with him a little bit.
No, I think we ought to mess with it. That guy doesn't sleep anyway.
That's what I'm
So
afraid
we
of.
should just start messing with him now, because that's more fun.
Heck yeah. No, it's cool. Like I said, I can't wait to get back out and see everybody this year and shake people's hands and say thank you for everything that they've done for us over the past year. It's been a hell of a road, but I couldn't have done it without their help, love, and support, and everybody calling and checking in on me, and all the phone calls and texts, and it's truly been overwhelming.
Well, we're also busy. We have our lives, and you go a million miles an hour, and you know what it's like in the summer trying to.
Yeah.
We all do this as a hobby, pulling, and
Yep.
then we have our real jobs, which we do. We work even harder to take off a Friday and you
Yeah.
run your butt off, and you come home and you're so damn tired on Sunday night. But it's just it's a disease.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
So
Yep. It's definitely crazy being on the sidelines this year, watching the live at Lucas Oil, the live NTPA, all that stuff, just sitting in a recliner and watching it because you couldn't be there.
But we know but at least there are the streams now, Adam.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
yeah, for people like me last year that couldn't go to them, that was really, really cool. And you got to see a different side of things too, because I would have normally been at a poll, so I wouldn't have been able to watch them. You'd normally sit down and maybe watch them over the winter or something like that. But being the fact that I was kind of not bedridden, but I really couldn't do a whole heck of a lot. You just paid attention and watched a lot more, and critique too. So,
Adam, I want to ask you a question before Ryan does. I'm not going to say your favorite, but give me some of your favorite photos you've taken of all time.
My favorite photo?
Yeah, like that you just absolutely, wow, I nailed it. Like, the perfect shot, or if they're on your page, I'll go find them and share them up.
I mean, the Greenwich, Ken Burkett, where the Sugar Top Special blew up. It's downstairs in the basement. Where he blew up at Greenwich, it was 2000 and hold on. I mean, that one was just, yeah. You're never 2013 Greenwich. That one was just
Would that
killer.
like? Do you have albums on your Facebook page, Adam?
Not generally. They're not on my Facebook page. I don't post everything on there. It just they're on my website.
Okay. Is that okay? Is it madpullingpics.com?
Yep. So if you go
Give me
to
2 seconds.
that one, I mean,
Okay, I'll find it.
yeah, I mean that one is just crazy. I mean, parts and wrist pins were falling at my feet and just insane.
Charles can tell you about things like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, just a little.
jeez, looked a little crazy there this year.
That I've had enough crazy for one lifetime with that. I don't need to do that again.
We're good. We're good. We're all good. No more.
Keep going. It should be down. That's Pittsfield. Should be down a little far. Yeah, there you go. So it's going to be down. It's down quite a ways. There's a lot of photos in this. This was a double hook, so there's a lot of photos in this gallery. So
This
yeah,
Greenwich, New York.
yes,
I've
yep,
been there.
yeah, where that? Yeah, you were there. A couple years ago.
2016.
Yeah, because you didn't you
our buddy
interview
Chuck
Rescue
Miglock
Ronnie
brought
or
it up.
whatever?
What's that?
Yep.
The Rescue Ronnie,
Yeah.
the what is it, a 40-20 single narrow front end or something like that? She'll be coming up here because
The
you're
track's dry as hell during the day and it's mean as hell at
Oh
night.
God,
It's crazy.
that track at night is just
It's stupid.
crazy.
Everything's going great. I love
Yep.
tractor pulling.
Little blow by, yeah,
Until it wasn't.
Everything's going great. I love tractor pulling. Boom.
yeah.
Wow.
Woof.
And then you see parts in the next one.
Oof.
Yeah. That was probably one of the most violent explosions I've seen in front of me. Just there was another one a couple years ago where Hoopman, the Hooter scooter, actually it wasn't bad, but the oil pan just blew out, but it happened like 4 feet away from me. Luckily the oil pan split and it went the other direction instead of my way, because I probably wouldn't be very pretty right now.
Wow.
Not that
You're
I
not.
am.
I mean, spoiler alert. You're not all that pretty now.
No,
but,
I know.
I mean, we still love you.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite photo. I don't know if I have one of all time.
Yeah, no, just some of your highlights, Adam. I want to show people that maybe not as familiar with your work as we are.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Obviously, that's one that one's been around the world and back.
God, look at the distances.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
It chucked them right out the side of the block. Luckily, they came down, but geez, yeah, it was pretty nasty. Definitely a nasty one. Oh boy.
Probably one of the most significant ones, although it probably wasn't to you at the time, was Ladwig's with Never Giving Up.
Yeah. I actually was looking through a bunch of stuff.
That one.
Yeah, I was looking through a bunch of stuff last week, and I came across that one. I said, yeah, I'm going to get some cancer ribbons made up. And I think I'm going to get that laser engraved on it, because it would just be really cool. And yeah, I think that would be really cool to do. So
That's Toma, right?
correct. Yeah, it was a one and only time I was in Toma. 2018, 17, I think.
18, because it was the year that tractor folded up on itself, that green
Oh,
Yeah.
Buck feeder.
super farm. Yeah.
No, it was 17. I was there.
Was it?
That was 17.
17. I
You're going to
just
hear a lot
so
about
that was a rain delay.
Okay.
It was a rain delay pull. They didn't start till 8, 9
8:30?
o'clock, whatever. And they were still pulling at like 2:30 in the morning.
That were that super farm.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. As Bill Pruce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I look over, there's still like 13 super farms. I'm like, it's super farms. Nothing's going to happen. So I walked away, and like I get back to the hauler, I get ready, go to sleep, and nothing. I'm like, this is weird. I don't hear anything. My phone was on the charger on the other side of the hauler, so I didn't look. Well, I got up in the morning. That dude was parked right next to me right next to Henry Everman's hauler, who I went with. So I woke up, got out of the hauler. I go down the stairs, and I'm looking right at the mess. Like, they loaded it on the trailer that night, and I didn't hear a darn thing. How in the world I did not hear that? I have no idea. So you come out the hauler, and you're like, what in the hell happened? There's just a mangled mess on the trailer. I was like, so I didn't even pick up my phone yet. So I checked my phone, and like I had about 50 text messages on there. Dude, you got to go back out to the track and all that. I'm like, yeah, well, thanks. I missed that one.
Yeah, I did the same.
Never fails. As soon as you go to the bathroom or something like that, it never fails.
Thank you.
Yeah, this thing.
Yeah.
Holy
No,
God.
I did the same thing. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and there's like a dozen super farms. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to bed. Wake
Yeah.
up, and your phone's blowing up.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
it was also like 35 degrees out too.
It
and
was, yeah.
freezing.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was just nasty.
Well, it's just crazy that the hood didn't get it. That chain one.
Oh, he goes, bounces up, almost out.
Yeah.
Bruce, we were in Mountain City.
Yeah. That's right. I remember that.
That
That would've
hitch
happened
was
right in
hanging
front of
on
me.
for its life.
It would have been right in front of me. Just incredible.
Just happened 2 minutes ago. Still laying out there.
Oh, jeez. Ah.
Yeah, and those super farms had a pull the next afternoon as the last Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Or the Sunday afternoon session was
Yep.
that year. So the guys that were pulling it got done at like 2:45 in the morning. Had to pull in like 8 hours.
Whoa.
Jeez. Yeah, I was standing about 200 feet when I left. Oh, man.
The slow-mo video is just wild.
Yeah. Just to see it twist and just, yeah. Unbelievable. Ouch.
Yeah.
So when I got out of the hauler, that's what I saw. Came
Hold on,
up,
let me-
I walked out of the hauler, and that's what I saw. They loaded that whole thing up in the middle of the night, and I didn't hear a damn thing. So yeah, absolutely insane.
Yeah, that tractor hasn't been out since.
No,
Nope, they haven't
Jeez.
put it back together that I'm aware of. I
Wow.
don't know if they parted anything out. I have no idea.
Huh.
But yeah, because that tractor, I don't know, it's probably halfway between me and Schultz.
Okay.
Where it sits.
Jason, if you go to 2020 to the that shootout poll,
Let me
The
get
one
it
that
up.
was
Jesse
at
Warren's truck?
Chaos. What?
That
Jesse
was a
Warren's
killer
truck?
shot.
Yeah, Jesse
I love
Warren's
that
truck.
picture.
I do too.
Yeah, that one was really cool. That was another one of my really cool shots that actually Missy took that one. So I can't even take credit for that. Yeah, that one. Yeah, so it'll be keep going.
Where was this at?
Chaos
Those are
Fab.
Chaoses.
Oh, at Kevin's.
Yep. There you go.
So we'll do it frame by frame. I love truck pulling. Truck pulling's great. I still love truck pulling. Truck pulling's great. Oh my God.
There's
Ah,
a
Yeah, but you got to remember this is Jesse Warren, so he's like, "Ah, crap again."
yeah. Yep.
That might have been the day that the idea for the Billet Block 60 kit was born.
I think
Yes.
you're right. Yep. I think you're right.
not a better place to do it at. So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that one's cool. And there's just, like I said, so many amazing photos. It's been such an amazing time to take photos of people that you watch growing up. Jordan Lutzik, for one, I was at Joe Ader's today talking to him, and it just amazing. I think one of the biggest highlights that I can remember in a long time was that Saturday night hook with Don Masterson, very last pull of the night. Was it 2 or 3 years ago in Louisville where
19.
he just, put massive feet on everybody for the last pull of the night, and it was just stupid.
I feel like Don is like an NBA player with their routine shooting free throws. Like you watch him just put one glove on at a time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just
Amazing. Thinking about it, you still get chills because it's just one of those times where you're probably never gonna see that again. Being that, it's like throwing that Hail Mary touchdown at the end of the football game with no time left, and the guy catches it. It's just like incredible. So,
Charles, was that 2019? You think?
I believe it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either
The one
18 or
where-
19.
Everything's kind of jumbled up there. I got to redo that. It looks like crap because you don't even know what year it is. I don't like that. I don't look at my own website. So maybe I should.
Well, I'm not going to pick on you tonight, Adam. Maybe
That's
in a
fine.
year or so, but
Yeah, you can call me and pick on me. But yeah,
no
it
thoughts can
just
always last. Whitey, I feel like this is the right year. Little silver bullet burn off
Yeah.
there.
It'd be the very last picture if it was.
It
Yeah,
would be the
that's
very
true.
last photo. There you
Yep.
go. Yeah, that hook was just crazy.
Because didn't they
was-
go into a pull off?
Yes.
There
Yeah.
Yes.
pull off for that?
Yep. And Don came back in the pull off and last pull.
Yep. Yeah, that pull was just crazy. It was one of those ones where it was the last pull of the night, turn down the shutter speed and just let the camera do its thing, And that was really neat. Yeah, I definitely wanted to try and be there this year. It just wasn't in the cards, unfortunately. So hopefully next year. Actually, Lisa, if I'm not mistaken, Lisa had my photo as a cake topper for their wedding. So that was really cool. First
Very
time
cool.
ever I've been a cake topper on a wedding cake.
I was going to say you've jumped out of a cake before, but never been the
Yeah.
Oh God.
topper.
Yeah. I don't know if I can unsee that.
Yeah.
No. I can't say this is even a family show because it's not. Oh, let's see here. Okay, so let's go back to let's see where we're at on our bidding, guys. Here, mad about cancer. He confirms it.
Yep. Love it.
Okay, so 1 hour ago you put this one up, Adam.
Yep.
And we are at James Geezy still in the lead at 500.
For now.
Enjoy
our
that
international.
time, James.
Our international. The last time we checked, Mr. Bone Twister himself, 1566, is still. Yep, Trav's still in the lead there at 1566. I like that. Well played, Travis. Well played. Foresters were in the lead on this, right?
Yeah.
At 750 last time we checked.
Yep.
Correct. Corey Forrester. Give him a like.
Come on, Elsing, wake up.
If it's on Snapchat, Elsing would be all over it, but that's what I look at. So
I thought about putting a post on there to try and get people to go over there. I don't know if they would or not, though.
Oh, they will.
Like a story or something.
Yeah,
They
once
will.
this gets around,
throw that link in as a swipe link. They'll do it.
I don't know if I know how to do that.
I'll show you how.
Lauren Paulson has the lead on this one, 750 on the deer.
Awesome.
Our Alice Chalmer, Geezy, where's Geezy at? Last time checked, Geezy was 1100. Because I threw a grand in, and Geezy went 1100, right?
Of course.
There he is, 1100. Okay. And then here's the cool stuff. This is awesome.
I'll bet Dennis Schrammett could put him in his place.
Again, mad about cancer, go to the comments, click all comments. Once a bid stops for 24 hours, it's over. So that's what we're doing. So.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's really blown bigger than I can even imagine already. So
thank you, Adam. It's the Poland family show. Yes, it is.
No, yep. And that's what it's all about, family helping family and stuff like that. So it's
so if you don't have a couple $1,000 to win a sign, but you do have a computer and a phone, and all of you do if you're watching the show, like, comment, share, tag your buddies, drive engagement. We talk about algorithms all the time.
Yeah.
Do it.
That's the quickest way to make a change to it.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our page just started not that long ago, and look at the traffic we're getting on there just from this. So it's
we picked up 22 new followers so far, Adam.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. That's something that's going to continue to grow, and we can help you utilize that to, in the future. So it's going to be awesome. Definitely looking forward to it. Charles been awful quiet down there. He looks lonely down in the corner.
You guys got it covered tonight.
Nice hat.
Awesome. Good to see you, man.
You too, man. I can't wait to be at a
Pretty
show
awesome.
with you again.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely excited. Can't wait. I don't know if I've ever met Brett.
I've never met you in person.
Yeah, you've seen your work. You do great work, that's for sure. And Paul, I don't know that I've ever met Paul neither. So
just on social media. I just make
so
it
Adam, I get money from the state to let Paul on the show. It's good for his mental well-being.
It's a work release thing,
right? Darn immigrant kickbacks.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
The governor of Illinois sends me $500 every month for letting Paul on the show.
I can't imagine what you're getting to have me on the show.
You probably do.
It's all wrote off already, Adam.
Yep.
You don't want to go down that road.
I love it.
Yeah. No, it's
well,
pretty
guys, cool. Let's let Adam go to bed.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
But you guys are probably getting past your bedtime. Was it 9:46 there? Yeah, it's 10:46 here. So
yeah.
I forgot when Ryan's like, "Oh yeah, 9:30 your time." I was like, "Oh yeah, you guys are an hour behind me."
Yep.
So
no, we're gonna share this hard. Mackenzie's sitting right
Thank
here.
you
This
so
is
much.
her job. So we'll get this out all week.
Yeah, then I don't know if we can. I'm probably gonna post some updates tomorrow morning, like on the page.
Yep.
Just where each thing is at. I'll do a separate post so people can see where that's at, and hopefully it continues to grow into something even bigger and badder. I believe it will.
So do we.
I think so. No, that's cool. Definitely looking forward to it. I appreciate you guys having me on. It was great to see everybody again. Definitely look forward to seeing you in person and getting to hug you guys and share a drink and face to face. You know,
Adam, check your Facebook notification. Accept that.
I don't know.
Just do it, and you have free reign on our Facebook page to promote the crap out of this, so we don't miss anything. Okay.
Oh, okay, sweet.
You know how to run Facebook. You've proven that. So.
Do I?
Did you get a request to be on Beer Money?
Give me a second here.
Put the button, Adam.
It's a refresh thing. I haven't checked my phone in a long time, and it's all it's all everything. So I will check. See all.
Yep, you're pending. We just need you to accept it.
So Jason, I invited Adam to come down and shoot the Pullers Championship. I told him there was a spot on the media team for him and a spot on the track, and he told me no.
I gracefully declined.
That was great. Adam Draught, everybody.
Adam Draught, everybody.
Oh, I love it.
No,
I used to be able to talk great, and then you go through the chemo treatment, and it's like, I don't even know. Like, she asked me to bring her a drink the other day, and I brought her friggin' paper towels. I'm like, how the hell do you get a drink out of paper towels out of a drink? You know, it's like, geez.
Words are hard.
Yeah. Never mind. I'm not even going to go there. That was pretty bad, though. Like, I could not remember a tractor name. I had to Google it crazy because I could not remember it.
Adam, we're just glad
chemo brain is a thing. That is a real
it's
thing.
definitely a thing.
We're just glad you're here with
it.
Thank you. I'm definitely glad to be here. Like I said, it's been a hell of a ride, you know.
So come on, tell everybody why you told me no.
So,
he has a very, very good reason.
I do have a good reason. So I've had a vacation booked for close to 2 years now. We're actually flying from here to Phoenix to go see the Grand Canyon, and from Phoenix we're driving up to Denver, Colorado, where we're gonna pick up a storm chasing tour. So we're gonna go tornado chasing for the last week in May. So, like I said, it's been booked for quite a while. So, unfortunately, I had to decline the offer because I really, really would have loved to be there. Unfortunately, I'll probably have to get the results from Facebook.
No, Brent, we're gonna have live results, right, Brent?
Yep.
Yeah, Rodney will be there doing live results, or you can just watch the live stream while you're chasing tornadoes.
I'll try. out where we're gonna be, who knows where? It's gonna depend on where we are, depending on where the fronts and everything are gonna be coming through. So we could be anywhere from Denver all the way to Nebraska, North, South Dakota, all the way down to Alabama, Missouri, or Mississippi, stuff like that. So
you really find yourself in a spot where the tallest feature on the landscape is a fence post.
Exactly.
Never mind a cell phone tower.
Yeah. Yep. So
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, it makes me cool.
That goes back to the first part of our interview where I said I bought a camera for storm chasing and lightning and stuff like that. So to do something like this with my mom, my brother, and my best friend, it's gonna be like none other. So definitely looking forward to it. And yeah. I just pray that we see some really cool stuff. Even if we don't, the landscape out there is just, it's not like it is here in New York. So
more than likely you're not going to see any owls.
Burrowing owls, I heard they're in Arizona. So yeah, we might.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It's on the list of things to hopefully see. So not like that. What?
I got one request before Ryan asks this question, and I had to go pee. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I want everybody to take out their phone. Take a picture of your screen right now. So Brent, Ryan, Charles, Paul, Adam, get your phone out, Adam. Take a picture of the screen. Oh, are you on the computer or on your phone? Yep.
No, I can. I'm
Take
on the
it.
computer.
Post this to your Facebook page and then tag Mad About Cancer and put a nice little post on there. Everybody watching. There's still 100 people watching. So do it. And then post that on there. Tag Mad About Cancer. Ryan, you asked your question. I got to go pee.
He already knows what my answer is going to be.
That's not true. Because I actually thought about that, and I don't think I know the answer.
Really?
Yeah, hit me.
Is it it's
the same question.
Your final question of the day?
Yep. You steal the keys. Where are you pulling, and what are you pulling, and why?
And why? Can I give you like 3?
Sure.
Okay. Diesel Super, definitely the special. Hands down.
That
my
makes
favorite
sense.
All day long. Just because. 2, Silver Bullet, alcohol. Always been my favorite. Every time I seen him at the Hamburg Fair. I mean, me and Jordan are, I believe, the same age. So when Jordan was 16 and he was finally able to drive, I was like, that's cool, you know? Maybe someday. Yeah, well, I did get to drive a Mini in a super farm before, so that was kind of neat. And let's see. What was the other one? Modified or anything else? I mean, I don't know. I mean, modified, if I had to, I would say Robert's double stuffed. Because that tractor was just, nobody really ever done it before, or like the Texas Bullwhip, something like that. Just something different. I still think with today's turbo technology, if somebody come out with a DT 466 with some nice big chargers on there, they could put a hurting on some people.
Now Charles is going, oh yeah.
I'm all about that.
Right. I definitely think somebody especially with the technology today and the power they're getting out of these Alky Light Supers, my God. Yeah. 2 of them motors on that thing would just be stupid money, but it would be awesome to watch.
Weight was the problem, but they've come a long way too with the billet blocks. You can you can get the whittling on it and chop weight out.
Yep. And the newer the titanium technologies and stuff like that, they're so much stronger than they used to be. Even the aluminums with, like you said, the billet and stuff like that. It's crazy. So yeah, you put 2 big turbos on that thing. Like, I don't even know what Roberts had on that thing for turbos, but they probably weren't nowhere near what you could spin today.
Probably not.
So yeah, so that would probably be my ones, but definitely Boxler in the old days at Langford, screaming down the track with everybody standing up. You know, you get pulled out by the horses. Everybody's seen the photos of it. I got goosebumps just thinking about it. So yeah, that's definitely the right one. And I mean, the hometown guy, if I had a choice to drive a modified, it would be Thumper, which Hans also owns, which he bought from Tom Durfee here a couple years ago. So something about an Allison aircraft engine.
Amen.
You know? I mean, this thing, there's nothing like it. They wanted to be different, and they wanted to be the biggest and the baddest. You know, when that thing ran, it ran.
So enlighten people. What made it so different?
They never really said. I mean, I don't know but just the way that they that tractor, just the way it spooled, the way it sounded, the way it threw smoke, seemed like 500 foot in the air. Just, I don't know. There was just something about it. I mean, I got photos on my Facebook page. I'll let it go first. I got one on my Facebook page that I posted. I mean, it was at Alexander probably in 2009, 2010. And like that tractor comes to the line, starts spooling up, everybody stands up. And they're like pumping their fists as they're going down the track and stuff. It doesn't it doesn't happen for any tractor. And that's stuff that the pullers just don't get to see. So that's being in the crowd and feeling that is just amazing. So this might be the one where let's see.
All right, special fans, let's get behind them.
Is that Dan Mayer?
Yep. This might be the one where it actually blew the glass out of the sled at the end of the run. We can literally sit here and watch this all night.
You guys can hear the sound, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, he was off to the race.
Oh, he was fine. Yep. See? The glass fell right out.
He was hauling balls.
Oh, yeah. Just incredible. I mean, geez.
That was in 2008.
Yeah. Yep. Hopefully he'll be back out this year. That's what I'm hearing. So fingers crossed. Because I'd love to get a photo of that tractor. I've had a couple decent ones, but nothing like, oh my God. So to get one this year would definitely that's my goal. It's a good goal to have.
Agreed.
Heck yeah. Well, you're out, Ryan. That's not good.
No, but last week I might have had one extra, so I front loaded.
Front loaded.
It's not a bad thing. No, you're not getting that one. Ryan's definitely not getting that one. You didn't see it. That's good. No, you can keep that over there.
No, it's probably a bottle of Pappy or E.T. Lee or.
He can.
Is that the 23?
No, 15.
15. Thanks. Awesome.
I've never had 15. I've had lot B, but that's it.
Yeah. That's not even open yet. That was the one liquor store that I went to over the winter after I got out of the hospital and everything. They get their yearly allocation in and went in there to go buy a mixer or something like that. And they grabbed me, pulled me into the back room and said, "Here, this is for you. For everything,
Wow.
For everything you've been through this year, you deserve this." I said, "Oh."
That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, it was amazing. It's like, yeah, I still had to pay for it, but still, it's like,
yeah,
just to get that allocation, that'd be amazing. So Boxler would be with Empire State Pullers here in New York, and then he will probably, if it's running well, he'll probably try and hit a couple NTPA diesel super hooks as well.
Bowling Green?
He was there last year.
Yeah, he was there last year for sure. We do have a poll that coincides with Bowling Green. So obviously, if it's running right and depending on where he is in points and all that good stuff, but he's usually one of the ones that probably, if it's running, he usually will not miss Bowling Green. Just one of them ones. As far as me being in Langford this year, that Lisa asked, I plan on it for the NTPA. I think for Sunday, NTPA is pulling there 2 sessions, I believe. So I think I have something going on Saturday, but I believe I'll be there Sunday. At least I'm on the schedule for it. So so we shall see. But no, yeah, it's I can't thank you guys enough for having me on. Definitely appreciate it, and just appreciate you helping me push this and making it getting it to be even bigger than I wanted it to be or could ever make it be. So we definitely appreciate it. And I know JR is gonna push it on his show on Wednesday as well. So we definitely got a lot of great people behind this. So definitely awesome. The only word I can say, just because it is.
No, that's the good
Thanks
stuff.
for coming on, man. We
That's the good
appreciate it.
stuff.
It's been too long. I know we talked about coming on here last year, and every time he got a hold of me, I was like, dude, I'm not feeling good, or I'm doing this, doing that. And like I said, I just a perfect time for everything. So this was just the time.
As it should be. As it should be.
Mm-hmm. So heck yeah. All right.
So yeah, don't be shy in shaming all your friends, people who are watching. Even if you don't have the wallet to play in that game, like I don't, I know a few people that I can shame into bidding.
Yeah,
you do too. Use it.
Heck yeah, and it's just going to benefit other people, so that's the best part about it. So I know
someday we will see a cure for cancer, and
this goes a long way into helping that.
Right.
Because I know that this place is on the verge of doing some really cool stuff. When you look at the clinical trials and everything that they're doing, they're on to stuff. The stuff that I've heard.
Do they specialize in a particular kind of cancer or a particular kind of patient? I mean, were you an old fart in that hospital, or were you a young kid? Or
I'm young.
Okay,
I'm one of the young ones in there, especially for this what I have. Mostly the people that are going to get this are a lot older, 60s and 70s. So for them to see somebody of my age in there with multiple myeloma was very strange. They said the one girl that I talked to said I was probably the second youngest people they had. 1586.
Boy, if that had a cab on it, that was a horrible upgrade, Travis. If we really want to get real technical about it, I mean, there are some 5-digit models that approximate like a 1206, like
yeah, you were thinking the same thing, buddy.
Yeah,
yeah.
You
guys are gonna school me on this one now.
Well, I get paid to do that, so
yeah.
But yeah, there's the 21206 and the 21456 theoretically.
Jeez.
Whoops.
I don't even know what all those are.
Basically, they're nothing special. They were the construction versions.
Is that
like the Pfeiffer's 85 Limited Pro? Was it a 21456?
Yeah.
I saved that one. When Charles gets all motory and Ryan gets all farm tractory, and I just bring up a little Beavis and Butthead.
There you go. That works.
Me.
Yeah, because they're talking way over my head on that. Jeez.
Cool. Adam, we love you. We're glad you're
Thank you.
alive. We're going to help you promote the crap out of this.
Thank you
Everybody,
so much.
like, comment, share. Like, comment, share. And Roos has money. Don't play the whole blah, blah, blah card. We just got to shame the old boy. Shame the old boy. So
Nice.
it's all good. Adam, have a great night, buddy.
Thank you guys so
Hey,
much.
buddy.
I definitely
Love you.
appreciate it. And I will I'll keep in touch with everybody here, and I definitely
do.
appreciate everything. So thank you so much.
Good night, Adam.
Good
you,
night.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
Later.
Wow. 2 great interviews in one night. Way to go, Bruce.
Hey, you know, I pull one off every once in a while.
It's been a while. I'm not going to lie. Okay.
TPC.
Pullers Championship, 25 days. Brent? Yarin? You awake?
We have a pull order. We have a class order.
Is it on the Facebook?
You seriously didn't know that? You're full of shit, Schultz.
You know I know that. Just relax.
Yeah, it's also on the website under the event info. So if anybody is curious, currently the plan is to pull the same class order both nights, but that is subject to change, obviously, depending on one track might be better for one class than the other. There'll be more of a judgment on the Vanguards. We're going to kind of point to their expertise to give us any guidance on what's going to put on the best show. And they're the ones that came up with the lineup based on what is the easiest to essentially switch from one class to the next to keep the show rolling. And so they came up with that, and we're gonna go off that. And if anything changes, it'll be more of an event time decision.
And then you're going to start drawing pulling orders soon, right? Is that the deal?
Yeah. So the plan, hoping sometime this week. So I bought some different paper because the first stuff I bought was too thin and it wouldn't really hold up. This next stuff that I bought is too thick and it doesn't work in my printer. So now I bought the in between.
And this one was just right. Like
So I'm hoping that one's going to work. And that should be here Thursday. So Thursday, if we can keep our meeting to kind of we have our Thursday night meetings for this poll. So if we can get it done at a reasonable time, plan is to pull the first couple of classes, probably the 85 and 95 limited pro stocks, pull the numbers for both Friday and Saturday night. And I have everything working that we can upload pretty much our entry sheet right to the website and have lineups. So we will be posting those on the website as we pull those. And the goal is to have them done in the next couple of weeks, all classes. Paul, anything else?
Not so much. Basically, like I said, now we are down to, as far as the event planning, we're just down to checking off some items on the list. We're full on promotion, trying to get the advertisements out there on plenty of different platforms so that we can get people in the stands. We need your support for this event. We need fans in the stands. We need, if you can't be there, buy the live stream. It's $20 for the live stream, $15 if you attend in person per session. 10 and under are free. We still have some announcements to make in some of these classes as far as who's going to be there. And there's some pretty big names.
Yeah, you're not going to want to miss some of these.
Yeah, we are. We might do a little just a wrap up to just kind of go over these classes again as we get closer to the event. But there's still a few spots left open that are going to be filled by some people that you're going to want to see. You've seen them before. You all know them if you're any kind of fan of pulling, and we will be releasing that information here pretty soon. But one thing I do want to do is, we've been very fortunate and blessed. We've got some great sponsors that have come on board. Like I said, we're trying to cover our fixed expenses with sponsorships. If anyone is still interested in sponsoring, we have different levels that you can sponsor with. But I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Of course, Schultz Mortgage Team has come on board as our title sponsor. So thank you, Jason. Chaos Fabrication has stepped up in a big way for the class sponsorship. We've even had some pullers. Brian Miller in the 4-1 class has stepped up with a sponsorship. Ginger Snap Customs, Agramax Wheat Company out of Muscuda, Illinois. Built Diesel Mafia, Adam, thank you for that, Adam and Tiffany. Pro Polar Tires, they're actually going to do a little bit of something. Whoever is running their tires and gets the farthest combined distance, Aaron's going to kick in a little extra money into your little kitty. Bad Gear, come on board with a sponsor. Hazley Machine, Scheid Diesel, Extreme Tire Performance, HD Specialties, Rodney Schnichter, just right up the road in rural Hoyleton, I guess you could call it. Senpico has stepped up. Hypermax, Ag Protect One, Corsa, Kentucky Farm Bureau, Farm Credit Illinois. Super Clean has sent us a pallet of products that pullers are going to get samples just for showing up. They've also come on with a prize package for the winners of each class. Mondovi Tractor, they're going to help us out with a video board on the end of the track. Kevin's Farm Toys in Odin, Illinois. He's donated some toys. We're going to give but we've got some toys we're going to give away to kids. We're just going to have a little entry process, very simple. So we're going to do that. And then Reekman Brothers John Deere in the Washington County area, Illinois, Oakville especially. They donated some toys. We've also got H&R AgriPower. The Hunts are going to bring some toys for the kids as well. So thank you to the sponsors. We could not have done this without your help. We also have some vendors that are going to be out there, and we will cover that as we get closer to the event. But there's going to be people out there. You can get some gear, some pulling items. So we thank you all very much for your support. And then, of course, our big shout out that we need to do is Brad Holzauer, the track at Holzauer's Holzauer Automotive Group, Holzauer Auto and Motorsports Group. Brad is there. He's behind this. He's still making improvements to the facility. Basically right now we've had some weather, right now, some rain, but still putting improvements into the track to make this the best show that we possibly can. He's very hands-on, quick to offer, assistance if we need anything, of course, input if we have a question. We could not do this without him at all. So thank you, Brad. And we are hoping to make this the biggest polling payout, at least of the summer, if not ever. And there are some big names coming in from all over the country in all of these classes. And there's still more names to come. You are not going to want to miss this poll. Either come and support the event, or you can support it if you're at home by that live stream. So thank you for all of your consideration, and we hope to see you all there the 13th and 14th of May.
Nice job, Paul Romack.
Thank you, Jason Schultz.
There is one other. We're gonna have a big flag at the end of the track. That is our plan, as long as we can find something to hang it. But that is going to be. We're going to be able to use that flag thanks to RC Tree Service. He does have one to provide for us. That is a hookup that Cody, one of the guys that's helping us promote this event, he's able to secure that for us. So we'll have if you've ever been to Fort Recovery, kind of similar to that. I don't know if it's as big.
20 feet by 30 feet, if I remember correcly.
Yeah, I think there's like 200 feet. So, but it's a big flag that we're going to hang at the end of the track. So will be cool to see that. One of the other things that I kind of wanted to bring up too is we will have live results there, but it will be through Rodney Crum. So his is $35 a year to use that, but the plan is to upload results as the classes finish for each night. So we'll have Friday night results, Saturday night results, and then the overall standings for how they finished. So those will be posted, hopefully, again, like I said, as the classes finish. If not, it will be pretty much as soon as the event wraps up. Been working on the website pretty much to just take our entry sheet and upload that right to the website and have the results right there. So that's pretty much done. But yeah, just trying to make it as simple and easy as possible for everyone to find those results. I do want to try to make posts on our Facebook page as well as the class is finished. So just be on the lookout for that. But yeah, we're doing our best to kind of keep this as easy as possible to find any information. If there's not information that we keep getting questions about, I keep adding that to the website. So just check the website. You'll pretty much find anything that you need there, and just support the event any way possible. And again, we need to thank the sponsors. Obviously, without them, this pretty much isn't possible. Without them and without Brad Holzauer. So support the sponsors that have supported us. We can't thank them enough. Oh, and the other thing, I did count, I believe as of right now, we have 18 or 19 states that will be representing at the Polish Championship. And I think it's Illinois and Wisconsin are tied for the most, I think, with 18 each. So, but yeah, a lot of competitors from all over the country that will be there.
And still more to come. I cannot wait to release a couple of these names.
Yeah,
Just
one
bear with
is
us.
we just need them to sign up. So
Yeah.
he will be
Yeah.
coming. There's one for the pro stock class. It's gonna be a V8 Massey. It's either gonna be a Trailblazer from the Coons, or it's gonna be Everson's Sleipner. It's just dependent. It's gonna be Trailblazer if they can get parts. If not, it's gonna be Sleipner. So Coons was the last one, and then Everson's was the next one up. So they just decided that they're going to try to get Coons together first. If not, then it'll be Everson's. So there will be a Massey tractor there representing the pro stock class. Semis, that class, there's a lot. I've talked to a lot of semi guys, and a lot of them are waiting on parts. So probably be on the lookout towards the end of the month. That's when most of them will know whether they'll be able to make it or not. And so we'll have, we should be able to fill that class hopefully in the next 2 weeks or so. I'll be reaching back out to them. And then, like Paul said, a couple diesel supers, and then we still have a couple mods to fill. And there's some big names that are seeking to fill those spots. So just be on the lookout for a Facebook post here in the next couple of weeks of those.
Yes. And that's about all I have on that right now.
Yep. But I don't know. I'm excited. We're close. 25 days.
I can't believe how fast it's going. We started, our first call was in September, guys. I was looking through some of our StreamYard stuff and came a long ways. It's amazing. Absolutely. It's going to be here before we know it. So
bring it on.
But yeah, if anybody has any questions for us, any concerns, anything, obviously just reach out to our Facebook page or message any one of us, and we'll be glad to help any one of you or take any feedback. We will be also doing surveys for one for the pollers and one for any any fan, anybody that watched the live stream, anything, to be able to provide feedback. We want to know what we did well, what we can improve on, what we did bad. Anything like that is just going to help make this event better for next year. So any feedback is greatly appreciated.
Saturday afternoon, one thing I do want to mention, we will have a kids zone. We are going to have a pedal tractor pull. We will have a Power Wheels demo derby. I'm going to put them in battery powered cars, and of course they're not hopped up or anything. They ain't got like 4 ones underneath them or anything, but we'll have a lot of things for the kids to do. Like I said, we are going to do some giveaway stuff. So pool starts at 6 both nights. We're going to open the gates at noon. So you've got time. Your admission gets you entry into the pits as well as the general admission area. So you can come, you can walk through the pits, talk to the pullers, see the vehicles, ask them nicely. I'm sure they'll let you get a picture with them and or their vehicles or both, and come out and check it out. We're hoping for great things. They are adding, like I said, more seating, bringing in portable bleachers. It's going to be a great facility. There's not a bad seat in the house. And then, we hope to just blow the place up with fans and get these pullers packed grandstands to pull in front of. We've got some opening ceremony stuff that we're going to do. nothing that takes a lot of time, but we want you guys to see who's pulling and to get to know these pullers. So come out and check it out. Really excited.
There's two questions that we have gotten quite a few comments on. Is one, lawn chair seating. There just really isn't anywhere just in the current setup of things.
We're
planning to line that thing with bleachers, so there's just nowhere for lawn chair seating. And then the other one is there are no advance tickets. It's $15. There's no discounted ticket price or anything. It's come pay $15 each night. There's going to be no reserve seating. There's no limitation on how many people we're letting in. It's if we need to bring more bleachers in, Brad will go find more bleachers. So we will definitely do that if it's needed. But Paul, do you know how many roughly we can expect to seat there with all the bleachers that are coming in?
With the new bleachers that are coming in, I would think we're going to be in the 5,000 to 6,000 range. Yeah. Easy.
So if we need to find more, we will find more. And if anything, Brad will just build more.
Yeah, we know where there's some places that have some, so we're not afraid of going and getting them, and they're not far away. So we're gonna try to pack the place. 2 tracks, we've tried to set it up where we won't have 2 noise classes or 2 diesel classes run at the same time. So pullers the fans that like to see the spark plug motors, they'll have a class to watch, and then the diesel classes will always have a diesel, or diesel guys will have a diesel class to watch. So like I said, we've got a few more announcements on pullers, and we do have probably an exhibition hook coming as well, and we will release more information about that. But if you like horsepower, this is the place to be.
Absolutely.
Great show, Bruce. Nice job with the guests. Jason Raak was awesome. Of course, Adam, we all need to help share that around. Charles, it's always good to see your pretty face. And
me, not so much.
A couple of videos of Jason's garden tractor, his V twin, and I'm going to bed. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sound good.
Thanks, guys.
Later on, y'all. Bye, Kenzie.
Bye.
Bye. This is Kenzie. If you want, here, let's do a little promotional. Are you interested in promoting or increasing the attendance of your truck and tractor pull event? My name is Jason Schultz, owner of the Beer Money Pulling Team, which has over 1.3 million followers across Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Our goal is to grow the sport of truck and tractor pulling and increase the awareness of the sport through our social media presence and highly engaged audience. We want to partner with you and help you grow the attendance of your event. We have a ton of promotional opportunities available and a full-time social media coordinator to make sure your investment is taken care of. For more information on promotional opportunities, give me a call, 608-604-5068.
second place. I lost by 4 feet.
And today?
I was 700 pounds light because I didn't really know the weight of the tractor, and that was the first time I ever pulled her. And today, well, let's talk about today. I put her in a 16,000 pound class. I put her in turret gear. They were all 280, 290. One was 310, maybe 312.
And you were?
I put her in at 370 feet right in the sand pile. And the only mistake I made, I didn't put her right in the registration booth with the girl.